Sasuke, where do you think you're going? You think going with this creep is gonna get you more power? Are you really that much of an idiot? Naruto would say as Sasuke, turning towards Naruto, would say no words to him, as he would simply throw a kick at the direction of Naruto, who would quickly dodge it, noticing that half of Sasuke's face looks different. Naruto would say, "So you embraced the curse mark, huh? Alright." Naruto at this point would use his Jashin abilities, as he would turn towards Sasuke and tell him he'll give him one chance to back out of this. If not, he's gonna have to take him back to the village with broken bones and a bloody nose. As Sasuke would smirk and say, "Try it." It'd be at this point that Sasuke would activate his Sharingan as well, and Naruto, staring into those eyes, would smirk as he would say, "You know, your brother gave me some issues, but you sure as hell won't." As he would rush in towards the direction of Sasuke, and Sasuke, seeing Naruto come at him, would be like, so fast. He would be able to track Naruto, but Naruto would come in slashing at him with the scythe, as Sasuke would say, "I thought about that already," using two kunais as he would block the attack, and he would say, "All I gotta do is make sure you don't cut me." As he would go rushing in towards Naruto, getting in at close range so it becomes awkward to fight with the scythe. Naruto, seeing this, would be like, smart. As Sasuke would go on to stab Naruto square in his oblique, as Naruto would let out a bit of a curdling like scream, or not scream, but he'd let out like a because it clearly hurt him. Sasuke would go in to land another attack and another one, as Naruto would be sent flying back. Naruto looking at Sasuke and saying, "Impressive, but can you keep up with this?" As Naruto's eyes would become slit-like and his whole appearance would change. Now red chakra would begin oozing off of him, as Sasuke, seeing this, would realize that he can't hold anything back. Naruto's going serious, and if he is, then he will as well. Sasuke at this moment would go on to tap into the full power of his curse mark, going into the second stage as two wings would appear on Sasuke's body. His hair would grow longer and his eyes would turn black, with red irises in the middle. Two Sharingan would stare back at Naruto, and Naruto would say, "Let's dance." He would rush in towards the direction of Sasuke with a scythe, and he would go on to slash at him, as Sasuke, now having let go of his kunais, would use newly claws to actually dodge against these blows. Naruto, using this, would actually get tired of a scythe, throwing it, as it would get, it would pretty much get stabbed into the mountainside and it would just stay there. Naruto would crack his neck and fingers as he would say, "You ready?" And he would then go full overdrive. This man starts using all of his speed. Sasuke at this moment would be caught completely off guard, being like, "What? He can move this fast?" Mind you, Naruto can tap into One Tails, but right now he's simply using the aura of the Nine Tails. Sasuke would start getting overwhelmed by this alone, but Sasuke, unwilling to give up, would use his Sharingan to track Naruto and keep up as best as he can. For every blow Naruto would land, Sasuke would dodge one. But that just isn't enough, because Naruto at the end of the day is landing more blows than Sasuke's landing on him, and with Sasuke knowing that Naruto has an ability that can pretty much allow him to tank whatever damage, Sasuke is going to have to land some sort of blow that can easily kill him or render him useless in a battle. Sasuke would begin charging a Chidori, having been sent flying away, and as Sasuke would do this, Naruto would smirk, saying, "Really? You're gonna use that technique? Didn't our last little scuffle show you that my Rasengan is so much stronger than your Chidori?" As Sasuke would say, "We'll see about that, Naruto!" As he would go rushing in towards Naruto, and Naruto rushing back towards Sasuke would not say a word, as he would simply charge up a Rasengan in one hand, and his tail would actually appear behind him. Naruto was no longer playing games. Sasuke's arm was completely destroyed. Every bone in that arm would be just absolutely shattered, and Sasuke would let out a scream as his Chidori was completely overpowered. Naruto would drag Sasuke out of the water as he would use his water walking jutsu, and he would drag him to the surface, where Naruto would practically just start dragging him from his collar, taking him all the way back to the village, as he would say, "I told you, Sasuke, I was gonna take you back to the village one way or the other." And as he would do this, Naruto would end up just being caught up by Kakashi, who would ask him how that went down, with Naruto saying, "Oh, Sasuke went down, but other than that, I can't really say anything else happened." Kakashi at this moment would simply nod, knowing that Naruto isn't exactly the biggest fan of Sasuke. They would take him to the village, where Sasuke would actually have a huge meeting done about him, where the village elders would say he should be put in prison for this act of treason. And many people would be thinking that Sasuke should be put under something, because They can't just let this man go free because he's just gonna run away again. Tsunade would fight for Sasuke, but because Naruto's not there, kind of being like, hey, like let Sasuke go. And Kakashi would be the only one pretty much like actively trying to get Sasuke free. Sasuke would kind of just be put in a real bad situation where for the next couple of months, this dude is literally just in prison and he's just sitting there like hating this village more and more as every second would pass. Sasuke eventually would be visited by none other than Danzo Shimura, who would end up telling Sasuke that if he wants to escape this place, then he has to go with him, that he'll train him, he'll teach him how to kill Itachi, that he knows the secrets of the Sharingan. And Sasuke would say, why should I trust you? As Danzo would say, because I'm your only hope, kid. Sasuke at this moment would simply realize that he has no bargaining chips, and so he has to trust Danzo. As this would be happening, Naruto would have already started his 3-year training journey with Jiraiya, and over the course of this time, Naruto's drip would have been updated exactly to the one that we see in the thumbnail. That said, we do have to cover what Naruto's going to be learning during this time skip. This new Naruto is going to be learning a couple of new abilities, with one of them being learning how to use the abilities of Jashin in a cooler way. Now Naruto not only has access to using his own blood, which is something that he has actually learned how to do because of the fact that he doesn't die to normal damage. Naruto has found a way to actually use water jutsu, which is something that he's been working on, and mix it with his blood, because water and blood are pretty much they're not the same. Like, blood has a lot of water in it. Naruto has pretty much learned a technique to be able to pretty much stab himself and control his own blood via water jutsu, create weapons out of it, and use his own blood flow to essentially enhance his speed. He like pushes his blood so much faster than usual, and it's similar to opening a gate, if you could think about it in essence. That being said, Naruto also learned the Jashin circle that Hidan would have used against Asuma, and that's about it in terms of his Jashin powers. That being said, Naruto over the course of this time would have also learned way more close combat fighting. He would have learned how to use his scythe in so many more cool ways. And not to mention, Naruto would have, obviously had the Rasengan, the big Rasengan. And apart from that, Naruto would also learn water style, which is obviously one of the things he's learned. Fire style. Blood manipulation, which is something he's gonna have access to now. And he would also, I want to say he would learn sage mode, but I'm not sure because it's not Toad sage mode, so the whole process is gonna be a lot different. So I'm gonna put that on pause. No sage mode, right? Jiraiya doesn't have access to take him to Ryuchi Cave and just learn that way, so we're gonna be saying no for that. But I will say one thing. I definitely think Naruto would have learned how to add a transformation to his Rasengan, since fighting with clones is something that Naruto is very adept at and extremely skilled at. That being said, Naruto would have grown leaps and bounds over this time, but with that being said, Sasuke would have also grown quite a lot during this time. After his humiliating defeat to Naruto, Sasuke would have trained even harder than he would in the original, meaning that he's even faster and even stronger, which is kind of shocking, you would think, because in the original he trained with Orochimaru, who enhanced him with drugs, but this Sasuke, man, this dude was on a mission, even more than the one that we get originally. This dude had so many sleepless nights because he just couldn't go to sleep thinking that Naruto was still stronger than him. That said, over this time, Sasuke would have completed countless missions for the Root Anbu, a secret organization in the village, and Sasuke would have done so many missions, it's not even funny. This dude had gotten stronger at such a rapid pace that it's not even normal. Like, this dude is getting so much stronger because he just hates Naruto. This man wants to just crush him into a million pieces. Not only does he want to kill his older brother Itachi, but Sasuke has made it his personal goal to just absolutely slaughter Naruto under any means necessary. And because his goal is to literally kill an immortal, Sasuke has gotten a lot, and I mean a lot, stronger. That said, Naruto would eventually return to the village, and once he would end up arriving, Naruto would bump into Sakura as the first person he would see. Sakura, seeing Naruto having grown even taller than he was before, now this dude has a cool little neck tattoo, his eyes look sick, his clothes is awesome, his hair is done like in such a cool way. Sakura's just like, oh, sorry. As she, blushes lightly, thinking that Naruto looked good, Naruto would say, hey, Sakura. As Sakura would be caught off guard, she's like, Naruto? Mind you, the only reason she didn't know it was Naruto was because he'd be wearing like a cloak on his head to cover himself, you know, just to give him that whole mysterious aura. But once he takes it off, Sakura would see Naruto and be like, Naruto, you're so tall now. As Naruto would not even be paying attention to Sakura, but he'd be looking right at Sasuke, who would have already known that Naruto was returning to the village today, and he'd be, you know, hiding his presence and using all the stealth that he's learned over the years, but Naruto's just staring straight at him asking, so Sasuke, you're not going to give your old friend a hello or something? As Sasuke, realizing that he was already found, would come out of the shadows, and Sakura, seeing Sasuke, would say, oh, Sasuke, you're here. Is there any way that you want to maybe, I don't know, just, and you know, she's like trying to get Sasuke to hang out or do something with her, but Sasuke just kind of blows her off and would say, not today, Sakura, I'm busy. He would stare at Naruto right in his eyes and would ask him how much stronger he's gotten. As Naruto would say, a little bit. Sasuke at this point would say, clearly your detection skills have gotten a lot better. As Naruto would say, you could say so, and your presence, it was pretty well hidden. You're bloodless though. Can't say the same for that. What, you're trying to kill an immortal, Sasuke? As Sasuke would hear that, stand before Naruto, he actually has to look up. Naruto's like smirking at him, and Sasuke would say something like that. At this point, we'd have Jiraiya arrive, as he would pretty much cut the tension in half, and he would say, alright Naruto, we have to meet with Lady Tsunade. Actually, all of you have to. He would go on to explain that Team 7 is going to be remade once more, and that they're going to be carrying out missions from now on, saying that they should get along, as he would hug Naruto and Sasuke in, and Sasuke and Naruto would both kind of look at each other with an awkward feeling in the air. These dudes never ended up actually becoming friends in this timeline for obvious reasons, and with that being the case, the team would go on to meet with Tsunade, as she would go on to actually explain that for now, she's trying to see where they're at, so she enlisted help from a friend, a good buddy of theirs. Kakashi at this point would walk through the door, would wave his hand and say what's up to them, as he would look at Sasuke, you know, give him the stare of I hope you've been doing good, look at Naruto and give him a smile, you know, seeing as he knows Naruto's more of a chill guy, as then we'd pretty much have Kakashi explain that they're redoing the bell test, with Sasuke and Naruto both looking at each other and wondering just how much stronger the other has gotten. Both of them would realize that they want to get these bells and show off, but not show off all their cards, and so when the bell test would start, both Naruto and Sasuke in a flash would blitz towards the direction of Kakashi, as Naruto would make 1,000 shadow clones, which would stun Kakashi, who's like, oh no, and Sasuke would go rushing at him so fast that Kakashi had to use his Sharingan to keep up, clashing kunais with him as another version of Sasuke appears behind him, a shadow clone, and would rip one bell. Simultaneously, a version of Naruto, a clone as well, would actually come in, snatching the bell, and Sasuke would just kind of, Sakura, would have just been standing there being like, but as Tsunade seeing this and that both of them have clearly gotten so much stronger, would say, well, it looks like both of you have gotten a lot more powerful. As, you know, they're about to pretty much just have a light-hearted moment when suddenly you would have like what kind of bird would deliver messages for the Sand Village? I'm not sure, but a little crow would come flying in and would deliver a letter to Lady Tsunade informing her that the Kazekage Gaara had just been kidnapped by the Akatsuki. Then, with her realizing this, she would turn and seeing this team and would say, what better time than now to see how you guys actually work together as a team. And so, she would send a lot of them to go recover the Kazekage of the Sand Village. They would arrive at the sand, and just like in the original, Sakura using her medical ninjutsu, which is pretty much the only thing she's good for, which, you know, it's very important, but fighting wise, you know, she's not all that. That being said, she would use her medical ninjutsu to actually heal Kankuro, and then they would find the Akatsuki base where they're extracting the one tail from Gaara. As soon as they would arrive, Sakura would punch open a boulder, as Deidara, realizing that a full team of ninja had just arrived to try to take them out in an enclosed area, wanting to, you know, make the battle go in his favor, would create a clay bird as he would fly out of there, but Naruto would not let that slide. Naruto instantly would go on to blitz up into the, up at the bird, and he would slash at it, cutting it in half, causing an explosion to go off, as everybody has to cover themselves, and Deidara would be sent flying onto the ground. Deidara, seeing that he was clearly trapped, would go on to explain that if any of them move, he's gonna blow everything here up into smithereens, that everything is gonna be beautiful art. But before he can even finish that sentence, the dude's head would hit the ground, as Sasuke would have used his Curse Mark 2, no, not Curse Mark 2 stage, but not, like literally just his normal speed to just cut this dude's head off, right? This dude had gotten so good at that because of the missions that he had done under Danzo. He had done countless missions, and there would have actually been times where this dude was near death because of them. That said, Sasuke, because he was able to absolutely decimate Deidara, would delete the threat of somebody being like, I'm gonna blow everything up. And with that being the case, the team would now easily be able to handle Deidara. I mean, we're talking Kakashi, Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura against one Akatsuki member that uses puppets. Plus, they have somebody who knows him perfectly and is able to deduce counters for him. So, yeah, safe to say the Sand Kazekage mission, it's a bit of a breeze. This would show Kakashi that the team can work together, but it would also show Kakashi that Naruto and Sasuke, yeah, they don't necessarily like each other. Once they would return to the village, both of them would pretty much just be in a bit of a stage where they each know that if the other acts, they're gonna have to kill each other. And Sasuke's fine with that. But before he can handle that loose end, he has to focus on another one, which is his big brother, Itachi. A couple of days, if not weeks after that, Sasuke would eventually get a letter from Itachi telling him to meet him at their old Uchiha hideout. So Sasuke would make his way there, and they would have their battle just like they do in the original. One cool thing that I would like to add is that Sasuke's strength being so much different than the original actually benefits him in such a great way, because now the battle against Itachi goes so much smoother, and Sasuke is able to use his Curse Mark 2 stage power a lot better. Also, Sasuke's learned about the I was gonna say Kodomatsu Kame, but that's not the word I'm looking for. He's learned about Izanagi, or is it, I don't know, the ability that pretty much lets him come back from the dead by using Sharingan, and that's something that Sasuke has under his arm, or no, not his arm, let's say under his arm, because he's always wearing like cloak that cover him. He has 3 extra Sharingan that have been embedded into his arm by Danzo, which he's able to use to escape death at any moment. Itachi noticing this, because, or no, he can't see through clothes. Yeah, that makes no sense. He could see chakra flow, but seeing chakra flow come through his arm, Itachi would question Sasuke on whether he has Sharingan in his arm, and this would like disappoint Itachi, but he understands. And Sasuke would say, I do. I have an immortal friend and I just want to be able to even out the stakes. At this point, Itachi would think to Hidan and think that he also has ones, and the battle would go on. Their fight would be fierce, but ultimately, Sasuke would come out on top, having more chakra reserves than he does in the original, and being able to actually find a counter to Itachi's, not Amaterasu, but Susanoo. This ultimately leads to Itachi smiling and telling Sasuke he's proud of him. Sasuke would stand over Itachi and say, "Proud? You're proud of me? After making my entire life's purpose trying to kill you, you're gonna tell me you're proud of me in your final moments? Go to hell, Itachi," he would say, as he would cut Itachi and kill him. It'd be at this point that we would flash back to the village, and Naruto would finally be informed of 2 more Akatsuki members that had unfortunately killed the leader of Team Asuma, right? Alright, whatever the formation of his team name is. That said, Naruto would be in charge of going with them, as he would go on to take out Hidan. Or no, not take him out. I feel like even if Naruto was to face off against Hidan, it'd be a cool fight. Naruto would be like, so you also have these, actually nah, like we have to do that. Let's say that once they arrive at the battlefield, Shikamaru has this plan to avenge his sensei, as Naruto would ask Hidan or ask Shikamaru if there's any way he can do it, saying that his powers are the same ones as him, and he wants to know how he gained his abilities. That said, Naruto through this would actually use Shikamaru's shadow to actually rush into the forest where Naruto and Hidan can talk. Naruto would ask Hidan how he gained access to Jashin, and Hidan would smile, saying he sacrificed people, of course. Naruto at this point would say, so it was that, as he would realize that that day, Naruto didn't just kill those people, he sacrificed them, and every single time that he's killed someone since then, that's exactly what Jashin has been doing, feeding himself souls. That said, Naruto would say that's all I needed to know, as Hidan at this moment would say, what, you want to have a battle? As Naruto would say, not quite, more like an annihilation. He would go on to cut both of Hidan's arms off, as Naruto would simply walk off saying he's too weak, and Shikamaru would have a bunch of wires trap Hidan as they would go on to explode, and Shikamaru would say, rest in peace, you bastard, as he would pretty much walk off and smoke a cigarette, and Naruto would smile saying, now that that's done, I guess one of the last loose ends at the village is Sasuke. as Naruto would make his way back to the village, as, Kakashi and the rest of the team would have been able to hold Kakuzu off, but ultimately, Naruto would land the kill blow using the Rasen Shuriken. Once he would return to the village, Naruto would not see Sasuke and he would think, guess I have a bit of time to kill. And so, Naruto would actually focus his next couple of efforts on simply training and getting stronger. In the original, at around this time, he would have been learning how to use the Rasen Shuriken and stuff like that. Well, that was before the battle, but technically after that, he would have learned how to use Sage Mode. But because in this version of events, Jiraiya can't exactly just send him a letter and tell him, hey, learn Sage Mode this way. Naruto realizing that, Jiraiya would have died during this time, that would actually hit him. Naruto looks at death in a bit of a different way in this timeline because of, everything that's been happening, but he still is just, he's sad. Like he wants to act like he's not, like he's hard and cold, but dude, like that sucks. Like that was like one of his only friends, literally. And Naruto now, he has nobody. He's alone. So now Naruto having nothing else to do, Naruto remembers one thing Jiraiya had told him, Sage Mode. And so, summoning Icarus, Naruto would ask him about that, as Icarus would say that to learn this, he has to go to Ryuchi Cave and be taught the secrets of Sage Mode, saying that this is training that many don't even survive, and most people die trying. As Naruto would say, well, looks like I'm lucky, because I won't be dying. As he would make his way to Ryuchi Cave, and over the course of this time period, Naruto would learn Snake Sage Mode.